Hey everyone, this is Mr. Karn, and I'm just going to quickly run through a tutorial with you using the Avid Weekly course in your Canvas. So once you're invited to the actual Avid Weekly course, it'll show up in your dashboard. So we'll go ahead and click on the course card here, and it will take you right to our homepage, which is just the recent activity. And then here you can see that I posted two announcements here. One that just says welcome to Avid Weekly. The whole point of giving you guys this resource is to provide high interest texts that are engaging and that could possibly spark some discussion in your classroom, kind of that inquiry piece. And then so we want to make sure that we give you as much as we can. Last year I don't think I did a good job of sharing resources, so this year I really want to provide you guys with everything that you can use and lose kind of with anything. So we really want to encourage writing, inquiry, collaboration, and reading in your classes. And then obviously if you have any questions throughout this whole thing, you can see me or email me or any of the Avid site team as well, because they'll be trained on this eventually as well. So we go back to our homepage, it'll take you back to the announcements. And the second announcement is just saying using Avid Weekly. You can read through this later, but the overall objective is designed for to be used by teachers at the high school and middle school levels, as well as Avid for higher education. It is intended for teachers in Avid schools who teach critical reading as a subject or need assistance teaching students critical reading techniques within their content area, science, social studies, etc. Which, when we get to our modules, you'll see there's plenty of subjects that are involved. And so we provide all of this access to Avid Weekly. You can use Avid Weekly by going to myavid.org and signing in with your email and then creating a password, which I'll have a different tutorial on that. But I thought it'd be easier for some of you if you just wanted your own course in Canvas where everything's just there and you don't have to go to MyAvid every single time to log in. And then you have current and engaging content. So this is all from last year. Some of it's still current, some of it's not, but it can still be used to really help you in your classroom and kind of provide that support that you need. So the syllabus really just is the same thing I posted in the welcome announcement, but the level of difficulty here is what we really want to focus on. So each article and lesson is based on these levels of difficulty. So you have F for foundational, I for intermediate, and A for advanced. So depending on what your student's level is at the time, if you want to start off with something foundational just to get a hang of it, that's great. If you feel like they're more advanced, you can provide more of an advanced article, whatever fits your students. Next little tab here is our pages. This is where you're going to find all the Avid Weekly content. So if you look here in the first part of the pages, all these first pages are the matrices. So if you look at the December matrix, you can see all the articles and lessons for this past December. So you can also see the levels of difficulty. What's also nice is that there's critical reading strategies up here. And it gives you a PDF file that you can download for marking the text. So underlining claims or essential information, and then circling key terms, and or cited authors. And then you have writing in the margin over here, and then charting the text. So these are the guides in the PDFs, and then each article, the box is marked for what it really wants to focus on, the critical reading strategy. So if we're going to do anthropologists have just hit the genomic jackpot, we want to click on that. It's a geology lesson. So just go straight to a PDF, and then we open that up. And then you can see here it's a really quick article, 2 pages front and back, and you can see everything here. So you want students marking the text and doing what it says here, circling key terms or cited authors. But then you can also look that you can also summarize and clarify. So some of these will work for others and others won't, but you can kind of pick and choose what skills you want to work on. And then you can see the different levels here. These were more advanced levels, and these are foundational. Like the dances in Fortnite have become as contagious as the game, so on and so forth. Also, Avid Weekly provides images that you can spark discussion with. So let's say we want to talk about climate change, and that can be used in science, social studies, English, really any subject you want. And then you look here, there's the graphic, and then here are some questions down here that they can answer. So it really works on students evaluating text or evaluating resources, evidence, so on, to make a claim or to also work on their critical thinking skills. So that's the matrix, and the matrices again are in the pages, and then you can see each matrix by month here. And then if you look down here, we have our assessment tool. And so all of you are aware of CASA's levels of thinking. So what's nice is that they put it right in a nice little condensed version here. So level 1, 2, and 3, and then questions that they can ask for level 3, 2, and obviously 1 here as well. So then if you want to say questions for discussion or assessment, you can provide these to your students and get them to ask deeper level questions. So that's the same thing that we have in there, but then it's more of a student-friendly copy. Okay, so back to our pages. We go here, we say Common Core Standards alignment. If you are interested in that, there are Common Core Standards that relate to it. And then we go back, and then you can look at instructional models. So what's nice about Avid Weekly is that it also provides a lot of support for ELL students. And so you can see here that it does provide some supports in that way. But each instructional model offers these 6 things. So anytime that you're providing an Avid Weekly lesson, it'll work on those 6 things. On-demand modules. So if you need more support after this video, you can go to these and kind of see the key components of the Avid Weekly modules and how to use the Avid Weekly site itself. And then here's a module down here on marking the text too. Okay, and then we go to preparing to read. So before reading, this is what you can look at. And again, I'm not going to read it word for word, but you can browse through all this and kind of see that it is very supportive in vocabulary, it's very supportive in critical thinking and reading, writing, so on. So no matter what content you're teaching, this can be a good resource for you. So that's preparing to read. And then obviously there's setting the expectations as well along with this. So ask yourself these questions before you actually provide a lesson. So what are your students going to do? What are your expectations for the assignment? So on and so forth. But if you can answer these 6 questions, and really takes you approximately 15 minutes, like how do you begin the lesson? So if you can go through all this, your Avid Weekly lesson will go much smoother than not reading that. And then teacher prep, again, this is all preparation. So good preparation equals good instruction. So establishing a purpose for the text, obviously the kids are going to ask why. So if you can provide that why, that's always great. And then, there's this more, and again, you can see here English language learners. So you can see the purposes here, which is kind of nice. So that is what we're looking at. And then finally, resources. So if you go here to resources, there's a ton of resources here that you can download and save for later. Something that we use quite a lot in Avid is the Socratic Seminar. English as well uses this. But this is just a template that you can access. So once you open that up, it has all the instructions for you. And anytime you do something new, it's obviously going to take some support. So if you want any of our Avid site team or myself to come in and kind of evaluate or help with that, we're more than welcome to. But we're all still learning, so it's going to be a fun process together. So that's your Pages tab. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know. But browse through all that and kind of see the resources that you have here. But everything that you need is going to be in this tab. Now, modules, I actually took all the PDFs, lessons, everything like that, and put them into modules based on subjects. So I put the critical reading strategies on top. So you saw that earlier. These are all the critical reading strategies that they provided. And then you have advanced and higher education. So these are for maybe your enrichment kids. So there's about 9 articles and lessons here that you can use. These are higher level, more college level lessons that you can provide your students. And really it's like maybe once a month you do that, but it's really challenging, and some of them are pretty interesting as well. These ELL lessons have supports embedded inside them for ELL students, but they're also you can use them for any class. It's not just for ELL students. They just have those supports in their lesson plan, so it's a little easier for you. They're all intermediate lesson plans as well, and then they're all attached with an article. So that's the ELL section. And then the image analysis is pretty cool. So there's about 18, 20 images here that you can access to get kids to think, to get kids to ask questions. So let's say, let's go to procrastination, because, we all deal with that every now and then. So if you click on that, here's the graphic, and then again, 5 questions for them to ask. So this could be a good warm-up in your class, or maybe even a DOL, but obviously it has to relate to your content. But really, anytime that we're teaching organization or inquiry, these are really good for you guys to kind of access and use. So going back here, the images are awesome. I mean, again, it's just a way to get kids thinking, to ask deeper questions. And then the rest is just all divided by content. So there are some that are heavier than others. There's a ton of humanities, so I'll show you that real quick. And I just use what Avid provided me, but you can see here some of our lessons, some are just articles, and then I put the actual letter next to it on the level of difficulty, so you can see that if you're interested. And then you have, let's say, journalism, which is not as heavy. There's only 2 lesson plans here in an article, but I think a lot of the humanities can relate to your classes. So just real quickly, we have art history, business, college and career readiness, and then you have ecology, economics, education, environmental science, food science, geology, government, health, humanities, journalism, law, music, psychology, politics, science, sociology, sports, and technology. And so they'll come out with more this year, and I'll upload it as they come. But I just thought maybe it'd be easier for some of you if you don't want to go to all the pages and search through all the matrices here. It's just, you can look at your content and kind of decide. But just because you're a math teacher or you're an English teacher or a social studies teacher and so on, doesn't mean you can't use some of this in a different subject. So look through it all, and you can kind of maybe find one that fits what you're talking about in class. This is in economics, but it talks about a guy who won the lottery 14 times using math. I mean, that could be an interesting math article for you guys. And again, we're working on the same skills here. So we're writing to learn, we're reading to learn, all that good stuff. So, and again, Avid will come out with more stuff this year, and I'll just update it as we go. And so I want to build this as a resource over time, because Avid will delete them over the years. And so we can keep some of these and look back and say, that was a good article, I want to use that again. It's still here for you. So that's about it. I mean, if you go to the announcements, that's anything that I'll post using Avid Weekly. And then the files are all located here. And then chat is a way if you want to talk about the lesson, see if you guys enjoyed it, or if you didn't enjoy it, why did you enjoy it, why didn't you enjoy it, so on and so forth. But that's about it. Pretty simple. I just wanted to put every resource in one area, and that way those of you who don't want to log into my Avid every single time and use the Avid Weekly, that is a little easier for you. So please reach out if you have any questions, and then I can help you. I can come to your room, I can email you, whatever you need. We're just here to provide you resources and support. So thank you guys, and have a great day.